Brick Talk episode 20. Welcome to the show. Today we're talking about what are the retiring LEGO sets KDX and I are spending our money on. Do yours look somewhat similar?
Yes. No garbage trucks, no tractors.
What's wrong with you? Great vehicles. They're great.
Oh, I love them. I have a garbage truck. So at 330 seconds, I probably got 40 Mercedes. I think total I got about 10, but Summit.
How many are pancaked?
Oh yeah, I got. Half of mine are pancaked at least, if not more.
One set that I have loaded up a ton of is this dried flower centerpiece. As you can see, Amazon has 10,000 bought in the last month at this $28 price. That is 44% off of the MSRP. Great inherent value in the box, 812 parts. A lot of these really cool small parts, but you do have the triple build. Did they show that? Oh yeah, check out that triple build. 3 of these can be pretty impressive, and if you're getting them just at under 30 bucks, I don't really see how you lose on that. So I've picked up quite a few of these flowers. KDX, I don't know what you're doing.
I picked up 8 of them at that price, and I love it. I think I'll get some more. I think it'll go to that price again before the end of this year, before retirement. Botanicals, we really were curious with the first set that retired, not the most popular, the Bird of Paradise. It's a huge home run. This one is very similar.
I picked up 3.
Yeah, I walked by 3 at 50% off and didn't pick them up. Obviously, I was an idiot for making that.
You fool.
But yeah, so this one is following a similar trajectory, right? Like when we go to Amazon and look at sales velocity, this one typically has 1,000 when all the other botanicals have 5,000 to 10,000. And so a lot of people are saying, this one's
kind of the ugly stepchild. Yeah.
Yeah, ugly stepchild.
Of the botanicals.
Investment. Now, I don't think this one is going to perform like Bird of Paradise because there's enough people out there that saw what Bird of Paradise did, and they're saying, hey, I realize that this is the botanical set with the lowest demand, and so
it's not exclusive.
Either. Yep. But even though there are some reasons why investors are not going to be picking this one up, there still will be a good bunch of them, and so the value is not going to jump like Bird of Paradise. So I'll quiz you right now, though. So what is the sales velocity, i.e., how many have sold in the last 30 days?
10,000.
It is up to 10,000. Now, why is that?
It's a great set. It's retiring, and people know that now.
Yep.
Also, a lot of investors are scooping them up when they're as cheap as 27 bucks. Like I said, you can get 4 of them for just over 100 bucks.
And then the other big reason is because it's a seasonal set. All the other botanical sets you can get, year round, et cetera, et cetera. But this is a fall. We just turned into fall, and so even without the sale on it, the sales velocity would increase.
I don't love seasonal sets that you can only sell during one season. For example, these dried flowers. I mean, it's not a strict monopoly to one season the way like holiday or Easter or springtime is. I have a case full of springtime sets that I won't be able to sell until springtime because it's like Easter bunny stuff. So it's just a waiting game on stuff like that. So I like consistent sets. I like to buy things like TIE fighters, Republic fighter tanks, helmets.
And if you look back at some of the other seasonal sets, especially like Halloween themed, and of course a lot of the Christmas themed, some of them have done pretty well. And so I think there is some potential good out of having a block of sets that you're say, hey, I'm just waiting on these. And when I'm going to be ramping up, ready to do the big Q4 sales push anyways, I've got some that are just ready to easily get out the door and get going.
Yeah, well, one thing we want to remember is to keep the capital flowing through the system, generating an annual return for you, you do have to be selling pretty much annually.
Yep.
The math actually works out such that it's better to go for a 30% in 8 months rather than hold out for a 50% in 18 months or then a 100% in 3 years, because it's better to keep your selling going to snowball faster. But a big thing about the flower centerpiece that I feel is, well, hey, look what's just to the right or left of me. Not sure how this will show up on Zoom with the screen flip. Plants are very in, have been ever since the pandemic. Lego's new appeal to adults is not going away anytime soon. It looks like it's super profitable, which is why they're selling these botanical sets like hotcakes.
I'm actually going to take it a step further and say that plants have been in since the beginning of the earth.
Oh, really? Like the dinosaur times?
I mean,
that's pretty cool, man. Plants. Yeah. Oh, what a cutie! Halloween.
Look at this adorable Halloween fall type set. I realized it retired in 2015, but it $10 set, $25 on brick set.
Still, man, I would have rather put my money into the stock market.
Well, of course, but times were, this is 10 years ago. Times
I'm
were
just
different.
saying, if you put your money in the market in 2015, I think that would be up more than this right now.
Oh, I think so too. But
why
still,
am I
at least there's a set that's gone up in value from back then.
It's cute, but it's not a set I would buy for investment for that reason. I never pick duds.
Never make that
Not
mistake.
once have I ever picked a
Not
dud.
once have you made
once.
a mistake. Lego investing.
And you know what else has been on sale is this. Super Mario Question Block. Very cool set. Actually retired this summer in July. That is incorrect on Brickset. It did not retire at the end of 23. So this set is a bit of a steep price at $200. However, Amazon has had it for 30% off. And because Amazon is a retailer that if you have a resale tax exemption, you don't have to pay sales tax, that means you're out the door for this $200 set at $139. So Kevin, did you pick up any of this set?
Not this time. I saw it. I think I saw a discount. I thought I only saw 20%, so I must have missed the 30%. I did pick up some right before they went out of stock from Lego.com. I did 2 orders and I got the update email from Lego saying that it's completely out of stock and they can't send it to me, but they still sent me the GWPs. So my 2 orders on this set worked out and 2 free GWPs. So I'm feeling good about my success with this set. I am not touching it anymore.
You've missed out on the best Mario set thus far?
Missed out on the best Mario set thus far.
Imagine
I've never
investing
been
in the
high on
first
it.
Millennium Falcon. That's what this is for Mario. You're an absolute fool if you're passing up this deal. I only picked up one. I don't know why I'm ragging on you so much.
Talk to me in 5 years and we'll all be like, oh, that set, I don't even remember it anymore.
No, man, with what they're doing with the Piranha Plant and the other new Mario sets, this is a future classic if I've ever seen one. Once again, I just picked up one because my budget is already stretched thin on sets that I did not anticipate picking up. I have really let the deals dictate my purchasing this year.
Me too.
Woo, woo.
And I'm so proud of myself because I beat you to talking about these darn Clone Trooper battle packs. It was at Kohl's. Oh, you're doing a little show and tell, I see. They're normally $20, right? And they had them 20% off at Kohl's. And then if you spent $50, you got $10 off. So that's basically another 20% off. And then they were doing 3 times awards, if you remember. So I
Oh,
quickly
that was crazy, man.
that's another 15% off. And then they were doing $10 Kohl's cash on another $50. So again, kind of another 20% off. Do you want to give your explanation about how you do the accounting on that again? I'm happy to
Kevin,
listen.
just so you can see it, I'm going to put the entire math across the bottom so our viewers can see, and it will be perfect math. And I will say in your face,
With all those deals, I think my equivalent discount on this
can you
set
zoom
was-
in? Wait, zoom in. Shut up and zoom in.
The accounting works
Scroll
out to
scroll up. I can't see the name. I can't. Thank you.
45 and 70% off, depending on how you want to account the rebates and the Kohl's cash and all that kind of stuff. Insane price. So I had to get some. I think I picked up 40 of these.
Wow, I picked up more than double that.
I based on our texting, I thought that was probably the case. So I picked up 40 of them, but I brought props to this episode. Here's one of my 40. Look at that. Isn't that nice?
That's a pretty
Look at
moderate
that pancake.
pancake.
Here's another one.
Oh, that's much more of a
Oh,
pancake.
that's looking good. Don't forget this one.
Oh, make a
Nice.
stack. Can you
And
post
then
a stack?
lastly, thing of beauty. And what's great about this is I can just throw these across the room. It doesn't matter.
Frisbee. Well, you got to think with the gunship still on shelves and the ATTE, you have a lot of clone vehicles that you're going to need to populate. And yes, the 501st will still be around, but if you want like an alternate, color palette against the blue of the 501st, you go with the orange 332nd.
So
And
how many of those did you pick up?
So far, I've ordered, I believe, 99 of them.
That's awesome.
Well, clone battle packs are like more or less a blue chip Lego investment at this point.
Yeah, I forget. Are you pretty high on the Clone Trooper battle packs or kind of mediocre?
I made some pretty decent money on the 501st Battle Pack, the $30 one from 2020 or 21. I bought them in 21 and 22.
I'm just
Those
proud that I opened up the Clone Trooper battle pack discussion.
I love Clone Trooper Battle Packs, and I don't hold your purchasing against you at all. I think you're joining over to the good guy team on this issue.
Oh,
You can love it or hate it. I'm just saying they sell well.
I feel like I've gone to the dark side.
Single speed champs
Jar Jar.
and clone battle packs, my friends. These are what we're buying. However, I've been surprised at the distribution that I've been putting my speed champions money into. I have been really surprised at how many of these Mercedes I picked up. I intended on picking up maybe 5 of them because I like to have maybe around 5 of all speed champions just to hedge my bet in the case that they appreciate well. But this is an interesting set because the actual concept car here on the right is rather odd. It's not the most desirable speed champion. Of course, on the left, you have this F1 car, which is kind of subpar compared to some of the more modern 2024 speed champions. And the new rumor is that for 2025, F1 is going to be a huge part of the lineup, kind of the way Space was the last couple of years. So there's going to be F1 Technic cars coming out. There's going to be new F1 speed champions coming out. And my question is, will this set be irrelevant and be replaced? Oh, shoot, look at that. 6,000 bought in the past month. Some of them at this $20 price, $19.59. And when it's not at that price, it's at $28. 6,000 in the last month. Is that going to persist after the set retires, or is it going to be completely obsolete?
First of all, I don't recall the space-themed Speed Champions line, but hey, if they're out there, then go for it. Yeah, so I got 10 more of those at the $20 price point. On the one hand, I think having more F1 Speed Champions cars out there is good for this set, keeps it fresh. On the other hand, maybe it will get diluted and just, disappear. But at $20 for a 2-pack when the new single car price is $27, yeah, I'm not worried about doubling my money on that one pretty easily.
No, that's easy. It's almost as easy of a choice as $10 Supras and Koenigsegg's last year from Walmart, around, I think, late November after Black Friday. So, KDX, how do you distribute your purchasing, and how do you make sure you don't go overboard and go too deep into one set? How do you reserve funds for all the sales? Because it's kind of hard to predict. Like, we know Black Friday is still coming.
This will be a little bit of a disappointing answer, but I don't have a great organizational method to achieve that very well. I'm still mostly going off of feel and then making sure that I don't go overboard. And so I just got 10 of the Speed Champions at that price point. I got 40 of the battle packs, less than half on you. There's a few other sets we're going to talk about. And I got, between 3 and 8 on a lot of those. And I just told myself, I still think there are going to be even better deals, but I think some of these will come back again. I think there will be other sets that will be at 40 or 50% off, and hopefully another great round at Kohl's like we just had. So I think my main method is purposely not buying to the quantity that I would have a subconscious desire to buy to, because I'm still waiting for November, December timeframe. That's when I'll wrap it up. And if I come in with lower quantities than I was planning on, that's okay. I'd rather be a little lower than a little higher.
Wow, that is a very strange way to go about it. I personally know how much I'm going to spend during the season ahead of time.
Yeah, I don't do any of that, and I really need to.
And then what I do is I divide, let's call it $10,000. I divide it into 10 different SKUs at least, probably, and allocate the strongest SKUs in the cheapest discounts I can get on the best sets. Try to average those factors.
So yeah, I am not that organized, and I really should be, but let me ask you, how do you work into your ahead of time distribution and plans and all that when we get a set like this that goes
44% off?
Okay, 44% off. And so I picked up 2 of these, and I think you picked up a few more than me, and I don't think you were planning on picking up any of these originally.
This is a set that has intrigued me for a while. It's been around since 2021, so I considered it heavily in 23 when I thought it might retire. Now, this set is $150 today, but when it first launched before the August of 22 price increase, it was $120. So this price got bumped up like over 20% to now be $150 for only 1,176 pieces. Granted, 11 great minifigures, including a glow-in-the-dark one, a great serpent there, and unlike a lot of the other Harry Potter sets, this is one that is a huge setting for a significant duration of, like, the second movie. It's a big piece of the lore, and just as kind of a flagship Harry Potter set. Now, the reason I picked up a lot more of this set than you is because of the amazing sales rank on Amazon and the pretty good aftermarket performance when it hasn't been in stock. So get this set is a $120 price point. Pretty expensive on the whole for LEGO sets. It's number 82 in toy building sets, which is really really rare for a set over $100. Part of that might be because this has been intermittently in stock for $84. So I picked up a couple of these sets at Target where I did pay sales tax, out the door around $90 with 1% Rakuten. If we want to look over at the Camel chart, this listing only goes back to 2022, but if we check out the third-party listings for when this was out of stock, kaboom! Up over $180 in early 2023, right around New Year's of that year, and then climbing the mountain up again towards 175 during Q4 of 2023. Kind of later in the Q4, actually, you can see the real rise happens like December to March. So maybe strategy could be, quick flipping this set you get for 84 for 184 within 12 months of getting it. That's what we call a great Lego investment. Should we pull out the ROI calculator? Yes, we should. I'm going to pop these numbers into the BrickBucks Ignite ROI analysis channel, where it computes the fee levels. After fees, I'll be left with a 143. And considering I paid 84, that's a $58 profit against an $84 investment, 70% in 12 months. And so if all goes to plan, you can put a 0 on all of these numbers because I picked up 10 of these Chamber of Secrets. So yeah, anyway, if you want to check out the place where all the great Lego investing discussion happens, BrickBucks Ignite is pretty sweet. There's a lot of cool players in here being very sharing and open about how best to handle both the buying and the selling of Lego investing. Not financial advice, but if you do want to check it out for 1 month for free, you can use our link in the description below. And if you use this link, we will get a percentage of the sale back as a kickback. So it's a great way to support the podcast and all of the foolish hours that go into preparation of Kevin's arguments, because they're always terrible. And he's not buying enough battle packs. What's wrong with this man?
My ears are bleeding. So DG, talking Harry Potter sets, how about this one? Normally retails for $50. Target a few months ago already established a new standard retail price, 20% off. And then the Circle deals had another 30% off recently, and that brought us down to $28. Basically, nobody's been talking about this set, and I thought, heck, at 44% off, I'm going to take a little gamble on these. Maybe there will be almost none on the secondary market. It is retiring at the end of this year. Pretty short shelf life, less than 2 years, a low 3.8, so not a popular set. What do you think?
There's another set I want to talk about after this. That's another Harry Potter set. I think at $28, I think that would be a great buy. I like it, but personally, I have not picked up any. I'm trying to conserve my budget for the best opportunities. So a set that I actually like better than the Room of Requirement is this one right here, the Triwizard Tournament Black Lake set 76420. It's a remake of a set from almost 20 years ago, but I like the separability of this set. It separates top and bottom. It's nice and tall. Pretty cool Victor Crumb minifigure there in shark form. This is pretty cool. Problem with it, MSRP $45. 5 minifigures, all unique, but we know with Harry Potter sets, I sound like a broken record at this point, the value is not in the minifigures, even if they're exclusive. Most of the time. It's not the same thing like Star Wars. This is a set that's been available for $35 with further discounts on Kohl's. Did you pick any up?
No, because the starting MSRP is so high that I'm waiting for a better discount. We'll see if it happens or not.
I could see this being a set that's blown out by Walmart at $25. And at that price, I think I'd scoop up 4 or 8.
So does that mean you haven't picked any up yet either?
Nope. So for me, this falls into the category of wait on this. Wait and see.
Yep. Okay, back to the sets that I've bought some of recently. I know we've talked this set to death, Ideas Tales of the Space Age, but with the good Kohl's discounts, I did pick up 4 or 5 more. I think I'm close to 10 of these.
Yeah, it seems like we talk about this set every time on the podcast, but available at a relative discount of around $35, 30%. The growth prospects look pretty good for this.
Another one I picked up with the great Kohl's deals, just 3 of these. Minecraft sword there, all pixelated, is iconic. We've talked about it. The Minecraft movie is coming out next year. The kids still love Minecraft. Even some of the adults love Minecraft, so I had to get some of these.
I have seen so many Minecraft foam swords at carnivals and Halloween and things like that. This is such a relevant thing. Not being a Minecraft player myself, but just being a member of society, I see this a lot. I haven't looked at the supply and demand numbers on this, but a 2-year shelf life, $45 price point. I think the relative value for what you get in the box is okay for 427 parts and 5 figures. But if you can get this on a better discount, I could see this performing okay.
Have you gotten any?
I have not.
Yeah, I just got 3. Worst case scenario, the kids build them.
I like to stay away from Minecraft pretty much unless I get them over 50% off. stuff, which I actually have a little bit this year.
The Wolverine Adamantium Claws. Another one that was on 30% circle deal, but it was 30% from the $70 recommended retail price. So not a great deal on this one. So I just picked up 2. I just didn't want to miss out. Maybe I'll get more, maybe I won't. I have not built any set like this. I will build the MIDI scale Star Wars, but I could see myself building one of these. This one is kind of cool. It keeps growing on me. So did you get any of these, DG?
I picked up 3 of these from Target at just around $54 out the door. And that's not the best price to pay for these, but I figure they won't do badly. The Camel 3X chart looks really good for this set. Yeah, so speaking of Kohl's deals, this is a set that I've been going pretty heavily on. And I think by the time the purchases I paid for, around $11.99 plus tax, are offset by the freebies that I purchased with the Kohl's Cash and Kohl's Rewards at a 15%, triple the normal 5% rate. I ended up getting quite a few of these for free, which brings my average cost down significantly. So I think I'm in for these at around $10 a pop. And I ordered 43 of these from Kohl's.
Nice. I think I only got 10 and I'm at about $8 a pop at the $10. I mean, at my quantity of 10.
You got to go in on a good thing when you see one. And I'm trying to go deep instead of wide this year. So you can see the sets I'm already deep into are the Chamber of Secrets, the Clone Battle Pack, and a couple of others, including this amazing Lego Shark set. And as a fun fact, the other 3 builds are pretty good. Yes, I said other 3 builds because this is actually a 4-in-1 set, not a 3-in-1.
So a similar set, DG, is this Fantasy Forest Creatures. And I don't think this is going to do nearly as well as the shark that we just looked at, but the book and the hedgehog, awesome. And the side builds are pretty adorable. So I'm glad on this set, and I don't think there's going to be much supply. Did you get any of these?
I have not picked up any of these. I didn't even know they were retiring.
All right, and then one other round of purchasing I did not too long ago was from Lego.com, and I got a few more of each of the Lord of the Rings brickheads. I know you're not a brickheads guy, but I do like the Lord of the Ring brickheads. I think I'm up to about 10 each, and I picked them up. One round with 2x points, and then soon after that, we got the 2 GWP option. First one was this Halloween pumpkin. It's okay, nothing special. And then the second GWP was this Fortnite Bright Bomber brickheads. I mean, I don't even think people can sell these for like $8. So neither of these GWPs are going to do great.
Okay, but that's not true. The Halloween pumpkin has tremendous appeal. You know, holiday, this is a seasonal set. It's only good 1 month a year or 1.5 months. But I personally know a couple of Lego investors selling Halloween sets for around $30 in this price point.
One thing I do like about this one is that the face build is actually decent, and Lego has struggled with that. But remember, they struggle with building human faces. A carved jack-o'-lantern face, not too hard. And don't forget, this one comes with a light brick, and it actually shines pretty well because it's such a small space in there. So if you dim the lights, it's a good-looking jack-o'-lantern.
One thing is I do see this brickhead having amazing collectability. If they do more Fortnite brickheads, I could see this pairing well with any future Fortnite brickheads that come out. And I would hold this one for the long haul, or maybe just get rid of it for $15.
I'm not doing that. I'm holding it. And if I can fend the kids off long enough, then I agree with you. There's a chance. Otherwise, the kids are tearing into it. All right. So the last one that I want to show you that I bought some of recently is this City Space Construction Mech. I got it because you brought it up a couple of podcast episodes ago, but I wanted to bring it up last because remind me, DG, what was your buy-in price for this set?
I got some at $7.29.
And my buy-in price was $5.99. Mic drop.
Yeah, well, I averaged down with some more at like $6, $6.29, I think.
Pretty good. All kidding aside, I think you are onto something with this set.
I predict a hit.
15 new polybags got announced, and I noticed this one too.
So those ankles are a little clunky, a little old Lego. You could see some of the demand for the $10 space mech going to the Space Science mech.
So we're screwed with our $10 mech investment, aren't we?
Nah, I really don't think so. I think this might take a small bite out of it, but I still am very bullish on the space mech. Another $10, or well, now $11 now with Legoflation that I think has a lot of promise and is very cute. 60424 Jungle Explorer ATV. Red Panda mission. That's right, baby. Mission objective right here. Look at that red panda. This is a great set, and wow, look, a 6-month shelf life. So I really like this set, but I'm not going to pay full price for it. What about you?
Totally agree.
Because during that Kohl's sale, battle packs were $16. If you picked up 25 of them, that's a $400 order that then you get free shipping on. You get like $70 or $80 of Kohl's cash back on that. Then you get 15% of that back in Kohl's rewards. That's another $60 back on your $400 purchase. You're getting down into like 50% discount territory. inventory here by the time you can use that Kohl's Cash on more copies of that set. That's pretty crazy. And one set that I hit that pretty hard on is the Great Vehicles Recycling Truck. $30 MSRP. You could get it 20% off with 15% back and also 10% back and also Rakuten. So at a really great price. I do like this recycling truck. The little side build in the back there is actually pretty substantial and cool. Those are hinged, they open up, and there's lots of garbage to go with. Did you pick any of these up?
I got one at Target like 3 months ago, or maybe it was Walmart, and it was $13.99 if I recall.
So over 50%.
Yeah, it must have been Walmart. It must have been at a random Walmart with one of their crazy clearance, the yellow stickers from a few months ago. And I agree. This is definitely one that's on my radar. There were so many good deals recently that I did not pick any more up, but I hope to get to it if I do it, on my hit list.
Another set that's been put on amazing discount is the typewriter. $250 MSRP after the price increase. That is too high. However, it's been available 20% off at Amazon. You can see over 500 were sold. So I myself am happy to have picked up my first typewriter. And if it goes any lower, I'm probably going to pick up way more.
Exact same story for me. I picked up one. As you know, I have this set high in my power rankings list, but only 20% off isn't enough for me yet. And I do think there's a high probability that it will go 30 or 35% off.
Okay. You didn't want to miss out.
Didn't want to miss out. Wanted to get one.
I just want to look at it in my warehouse.
Yeah,
I'll sell it
cool.
For sure.
It's cool.
So here we are on Camel 3X. One thing I really like about the typewriter, look at that shelf life. This listing only goes back to 2022. I think this set was a Lego exclusive when it started, but it's only ever been on Amazon since 2023. The only sales here for months, for over a year, were maybe a $10 sale. That's like, what percentage even is that? 4% sale? That's crazy. So now it's available for $200. Unless it goes any lower, this is going to be the best price anyone can ever get this set for. And when you have people who are all in at near the MSRP, like $200, people buy the set. They're not going to sell it once it hits $250. They're not going to sell it once it hits $300. They're going to wait for $350 to really make it worth their while to sell. And so I think when it goes out of stock, this set, eventually, it's instantly going to go to $350. And then I think only go up from there. That's my prediction. Look at the out of stock performance here in the past, all around $300. So it's at least going to go to that. Super strong bullish feelings for this set. Just want to get them at 160.
DG, the next set I want to talk about is El Dorado Fortress, and I want to do a good set, bad set on this one. $215 for 2,500 pieces, less than a 2-year shelf life. But there's some very interesting things going on with this set. It's out of stock at Target still. Do you remember like 3 months ago when this was on a huge discount at Target?
I think it was 160.
Something like that. I was only able to get one. It sold out quickly. I don't think it has come back in stock to Target since then. So now I'm wondering, was Target ready to clear this SKU out?
Yeah, but I will say the low sales volume, only 200 bought the last month. That does kind of concern me. You know me, I like sets with lots of liquidity, thousands of sales a month to deplete the inventory on the aftermarket.
I hear you, but this is the main listing on Amazon and it's sold by not Amazon. So is this not even available from Amazon anymore? And it's already gone to the secondary market. So it's out of stock at Target. I can't find a primary listing from Amazon. It is available like normal on lego.com.
In stock too. It's not even on back order.
So my big question is, what is going on with the supply of this set? And yes, you make a great point, lower sales velocity, but it's pirates and it's a castle. The demand is going to be there, in my opinion.
It definitely has the piece count, the value proposition, and the coolness factor to have desirability, but I guess only to the tune of 200 plus people a month. Maybe the castle hobby isn't as wide as people previously thought.
Or maybe it's just not getting promoted that much. Maybe it's suppressed. Maybe Lego is just not putting a lot of effort into this one. I don't see it on the shelves at the Lego store, at least my local Lego store anymore.
In one word, oversupplied.
Oversupplied? I bet this is undersupplied on the secondary market.
Oh,
it has like fallen off of everybody's radar. Nobody's even talking about it in the other YouTube videos at this point. The 2015 time period, like the latest version of pirate theme sets, these are all doing well. 1344, 2085.
Oh, I've owned that set.
2080. You own which one?
I owned the Soldier's Fort.
Okay. Oh, that one. That's a nice one.
Yeah.
30 to 115. The Brick Bounty, 100 to 221. There's demand, right? There has to be. Let's go to Amazon and put the word pirate in. Barracuda Bay, almost $400.
Yeah.
Let's look at some of the older ones. Brick Bounty, $450.
And I think on Amazon, you have to have lots of good price points within a theme. So Lego Pirates is a great place to be because you have smaller sets, you have large sets, you have Barracuda Bay at $400, you have the pirate ship at $100, then you have the GWP for like $30.
And don't forget, the new El Dorado Fortress is a rebuild of this 1989 version that was $66 then and is almost $2,000 today. Obviously, the new one is not doing anything like this, but people love classic pirates. People love pirates in general in Lego form. And then DG, I got one more thing to show you. How about when you put the El Dorado Fortress with Barracuda Bay, with the Creator 3-in-1 pirate ship, with the Creator 3-in-1 shark? Now we're talking.
That's what I'm saying. You're going to need the shark. I got you, folks. I got 43 of them.
Or how about pulling up the Brick Bounty and parking it? I know that's not the right word for a ship. I think it's mooring it.
Docking
next to the El Dorado Fortress, right? This set goes well with some other bangers out there.
Some pirate bangers. This is a beautiful image, and it bodes well for my 3-in-1 shark purchases. Barracuda Bay is a little out of reach for most folks, but that ship is $120, and the El Dorado is about a $200 price point, so good spread of price points, and it's a good time to be a Lego Pirates fan.
So good set or bad set?
I worry about the oversupply. I would watch this and see if a good sale bumps that number up a little bit, and if people are more willing to bite at a lower price.
Yep. I agree with that. Could be a little longer of a hold time, though.
I'm preferring to save my capital this year for the deepest discounts. I want to buy things at 44% off or better. We're doing a new Bricklink game. I'm going to have you guess the Bricklink value of that one base plate from the original El Dorado Fortress.
Oh, that's a good one.
All right. We're speaking about this part here, base plate raised 32 by 32 with ramp and pit with blue water and dark gray stones patterned. Wow, what a mouthful of a part. There's it under some 90s lighting, because this set does come from the 90s. It was only released in 2 sets from 1989 to 1992. That makes this piece older than me.
Not older than me.
So this piece is 35 years old. We can see here from Bricklink. In the last 6 months, it's never been sold new. How the heck would anyone even have a new copy of this? And it's been sold 61 times. Oh wait, shit, we already showed it. So because it's so old, it's got to be a pretty sparsely selling set. But what is your prediction, Kevin, for the...
I'm going to go with a nice round $100.
$100?
$100.
I'm going to say, because it's from 2 sets in the 90s, I'm going to go higher. I'm going to say 175.
175. My worry is that it's not much you can do with it, right? Like, it's great for its sets, but do people really build with these anymore? So I wonder if the demand has died out. So, all right, let's see.
I wonder what you're going to do with this bottom middle section. I think make it an alligator pit or something like that.
That's where all the skellies go, man.
I don't know. I never built this set. Well, let's scroll down and see. 6 months sales average, only $42.
Only 42?
42 bucks.
Uh-oh, we better get out of the Lego business. Dang. Well, DG, have you made any good sales recently? I got one ready, loaded up to talk about.
Can I just say, the value you get in the box for this set, 75314, the Bad Batch Attack Shuttle. This sand blue ship that is really large, well built out, and 2 speeders that are not throwaway builds. Then you got 5 amazingly detailed clone minifigures, I believe 4 of them unique, and a Gonk droid. I mean, come on, the value in the box for 99 bucks.
No brainer, right? So I wanted to share with everybody that I've sold a couple of these recently on my Amazon account, and I sold them both for just over $200. And I bought them, I think, at only 20% off, so 80 bucks in for each. I don't remember huge sales on this set, but it is a big winner. I think I have 4. It's what it says down here. 1 is definitely staying in personal collection, but check out the Camel 3X. Mm-hmm. This is what we want to see. It'll be interesting to see if it keeps growing in value. It could, but I felt like, somewhere between the 220 and 250 range was the right price and the right time to sell.
So one of my biggest regrets is not loading up on this set at $70 from Walmart. That was an amazing price, and I only picked up a couple.
It hurts, doesn't it? It does happen. Happens to the best of us. So the reason I wanted to show this one is because I wanted to say, hey, are there any similar sets that might do well? So I pulled up similar looking sets, similar price. Let's go through these. The Justifier, not doing great. Why? Way overpriced, and only 2 of the minifigures are exclusive. The Imperial Light Cruiser, similar story, 6 minifigures, but only 1 of them are exclusive. So again, I think it makes sense. The Razor Crest, also not doing great, really long shelf life, but again, only 1 of the minifigures is exclusive. But now we get to Kylo Ren Shuttle. 4 of the 6 minifigures are exclusive, and it's doing pretty decent if you got it on a 20 or 30% discount.
I feel like you always pull up the wackiest comps.
I know.
Like, in what way is Kylo Ren's shuttle related to Bad Batch?
It's not. It's just another ship in the $100, $100 to $130 price point.
The price point may be similar, but the subject matter is so different. Clones, and especially weird special media clones like Jack 14, weird clone characters like are known to do well, much more than sequel villain ships like Kylo Ren. Yeah, man, so one thing I've been pretty surprised by is my allocation. I did not expect to go so deep into Chamber of Secrets and put like 5 or 10% of my budget into just that set.
I didn't expect to go so deep into Ahsoka Clone Trooper battle packs, but I got 40 of them.
Oh, I for sure expected to go deep in that one. Cha-ching! That's my number one set I've purchased this year in terms of total value.
I'm not surprised based on our podcasts.
I expect that to do well. I could be wrong.
I hope so. I hope even my pancake copies do well. They should go to eBay.
Kevin, I just got to give you a hard time because you just eclipsed me in subscribers, my man. Congratulations.
Did I really?
You finally beat me out.
Well,
I got to hand you the YouTube plaque. Here you go.
Just don't lick it before you send it over to me.
Oh, I will. It'll be covered in my DNA.
Well, it's a team effort, but I do post a little more frequently than you, but you do all the editing on our podcast, so it all works out. It all evens out.
So feel free to leave a comment below. What are you guys picking up, or are you passing on these deals? We picked up actually a couple more, but we're out of time today, so we'll have to do a future episode on this topic again. Link in the description for a free 1-month trial of Ignite if you are interested. Also, don't forget to sign up with Rakuten. Link is in the description below. You can use Kevin's link if you like him, or you can use my link if you like me.
Well, if you put it like that, then I'm screwed. Good stuff, DG. Good topics, good details. Looking forward to seeing you and everyone in our next episode.